That is an exquisite sandwich. I mean, we got the idea because one of our favorite appetizers is Carpaccio, and everybody loves a good sandwich, so...
Put your hands together, babe.
Exactly, and that's what we did. But first up for our sandwich, we are going to make a traditional Genovese basil pesto. So we have some nice sauce in the sandwich also. And it's very simple actually. It's only 4 ingredients. It's olive oil, pine seeds, fresh basil from our own garden, and some grated Parmesan cheese. There is here an option. You can use roasted pine seeds or you can use them raw. We're going to use them raw today. Gives a more nutty flavor if you roast them, but that's all up to you. And there are no measurements here. We are going by texture after we blend it, and then we will adjust it a little bit. So we add some spoons of olive oil. I don't know how much we're going to add here. A little bit more than that. There we go. I think that does it. That's that much.
Yeah, the nuts also will give some oil also, the pine seeds.
Of course, of course. So. And then we go in with a couple of tablespoons of pine seeds. Are we doing all of them, you think? Yeah, I think so. This is about 2 tablespoons anyway, so we do those. And then we want to blend them first. We want to get them fully combined with the oil. I think that about does it. That looks beautiful to me, completely dissolved. Then we go in with a couple of tablespoons of grated Parmesan. I don't think I want all of it yet because it also gives a lot of saltiness, so we have to be a little bit careful here. I would say 2 tablespoons, maybe 3. Yeah, as I said, no mismatch. But the basil, we're gonna do all. How many leaves did you make here?
30 at least.
Many. Anyway, we want a lot of basil. We want to have it nice. And we give this a good mix. And I think that does it. Let me have a look. That looks good. I mean, depending how smooth you want it, that's all up to you, but I want to have some texture, but I want to give it a taste to see if we need anything here. Oh, it looks good. That's fantastic pesto. That's really, really good. Now we're going to put this in the fridge and then we move on. For our carpaccio, we have an end piece from a Black Angus tenderloin, which was actually a full short loin we broke apart in a previous episode. There's a link down below how to do that. And we cut off the end pieces because they're quite thin, but they're perfect for carpaccio actually. And this is out of the freezer. It's still frosty, so it's almost defrosted, you know, like, and that's what you want. And then we want to make some slices here, which are like this thickness. What is that, ½ centimeter something? Yeah. I'm just make a couple here, and then I'll show you how we continue. Then I have a Ziploc bag that's cut open. I'm gonna put in 2 of these. Give them some space because they become bigger. And then with a meat mallet, if you don't have one of these, then you can use a pot, a casserole, whatever, something flat bottomed. And then we just smash them out till they're nice and thin. And there we have beautiful carpaccio, and we peel it off carefully and put it on our tray. And that is just beautiful carpaccio. We have done this before. We have also done it with other cuts of beef. There are many ways you can do this. I'm going to continue till the end, and then we're going to stuff that in the fridge. And the other day, we made some beautiful baguettes. There's a link down below how to make them. 2 hours from start to finish, and you have baguettes. Perfect result. We did freeze a lot of them, and this is a little bit of a trick so you can have fresh baguette in almost instantly. We took them out of the freezer. They are defrosted. And all I'm going to do now is I'm going to take one of these, I'm going to put it under the faucet and wet it up. Actually soak it a little bit. We need some moisture here. And then preheated oven, 180 degrees, middle rack, and you stuff it here. And in 5 minutes, you have fresh, crunchy baguettes. There we have it, our beautiful crunchy baguette. And listen to this.
Woohoo!
Super crunchy and excellent and warm and nice. And remember our friend here? Beautiful carpaccio. So, now we have to treat this a little bit. And that's going to be, first up actually, it's going to be a drizzle of lemon from our own garden.
Always.
Just a little bit of this on top to treat it. It needs some lemon juice, carpaccio. And then it's a drizzle of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil. Get the good Greek stuff if you can. It's difficult to get your hands on though, but there we are.
Italian, Spanish, they have options.
Well, Andalusia makes 70% of the world's production of olive oil. So, freshly cracked pepper. Don't overdo it because that will take the good flavor away from the meat. And then on with the bread. Crack that down the middle. I mean, listen to that. Nobody can tell that this was in the freezer for 2 days. And that looks beautiful, huh?
Perfect.
So, on the bottom here, I want some of our pesto. Beautiful pesto.
Look how vibrant green it is.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And now with like 45 minutes in the fridge, the flavors and the aromas, they really come together, you know. It's just a beautiful sauce for something like this. Then I want to lay down a little bit of tomato. Not too thick, because that will if you make them too thick, then it will overpower the meat, but 1 layer of tomato. You could actually, as an option here, you could put some fresh mozzarella also. Then it also becomes like a Carpaccio sandwich. That could also be done. There. And then we want to go on with some of our meat, and that is only viable with your hands. You want it luscious, so we pack them up like this. Nice and beautiful. Oh, I think we will have enough for 2 here. Perfect, I would say. Mm-hmm. And then flakes of Parmesan. You want that on top here. And again, spread it out, and not too much, because then it will just take away the flavors.
Yeah, but much is nice.
Yeah, it does.
With Carpaccio.
It's beautiful. We always put Parmesan on top of Carpaccio, so also it has to go in our sandwich. We crown it up, and there you have one beautiful sandwich. Shall we give it a cut?
Yeah.
To see how the crust section looks? And that there is just a gorgeous, gorgeous bite. Let me get a grab on this. It looks fantastic. I mean, look at that meat, pesto, Parmesan, it's fantastic. That's the perfect bite. That is my new favorite sandwich.
Really?
It's absolutely amazing. As I said before, you could actually put some fresh mozzarella inside. That wouldn't make it bad. Then it would be a little bit over in the caprese. But the homemade pesto is so vibrant. The Carpaccio is fantastic as always. And with homemade baguettes.
What more do you want?
Nah, this is exactly, this is put your hands together. So this is definitely one you should try. Give it a shot.